Hello my friends, Brian Richards here and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to teach you a trick that will make you look psychotic. Psychic. It will make you look psychic. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Listen, you may look psychotic. I don't know. It's a free country. You do you. But no, in this trick I'm going to make you look psychic, like you can actually predict the future. So if you have a deck of cards, pause the video, go get it, come on back. Don't worry, we'll be here when you get back. Are you back? Awesome. All right, well, let's get into today's tutorial. Now for this trick, again, I have a deck of cards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the cards like so. They really are shuffled. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to try to find a prediction card. One card. I think this one right here will do. That should be pretty good. Now, this card is a mystery. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet, but we're going to try to figure it out. I'm going to put it in the box for now, so it's there for safekeeping. Now, what I do is I give the deck cards normally to a volunteer, and I invite them to take off like about 1/3 of the deck and put it right over here. Then I invite them to shuffle the remaining stack of cards as much as they want, and that's what's really amazing. They're shuffling these cards as much as they want. Then I invite them to take another third and put it right here. And then I invite them to shuffle the remaining stack, and whenever they're happy with their shuffle, they can put the stack down over here. Then I pick the cards up, and I give them back to the volunteer, and I ask them to start to deal the cards into 3 piles, like so. And as they do, I explain to them, listen, you don't have to deal them in order. You can jump around all you want. You can even actually, if you want to put a couple in one pile at a time, if you want to put 3 they don't even have to be even, but at any point in time, you just decide to stop. It's totally up to you. And let's just say they stop right here. We get rid of the remaining stack of cards like that. We neaten these up, and I explain, listen, these 3 piles are going to help us figure out what card is actually inside the mystery box. All right. One is going to determine the color of the card. One of the piles is going to determine this actual suit. And the last pile is going to determine the value of the card that is inside the box. And it's totally in their control. So they decide which pile is going to first determine the color. So let's say they choose this middle pile right here. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of do a special, like, it's kind of like back in the day when you used to say, she loves me not. But instead we're going to go red, black, and we're going to see which we end up with. So we go red, black, 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 red. Okay, so the first pile says that inside here should be a red card. Now we have 2 more piles left. The next pile is going to determine which red suit it's going to be, whether it's going to be hearts or diamonds. So again, I ask a volunteer, which of the 2 remaining piles do you want to use? Let's say they choose this one. Now we're going to go hearts and diamonds and see which we end up with. Hearts, diamonds, 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 hearts. Okay, so now we know it's going to be a red heart. Well, the last pile is going to determine the value. Again, remember the cards were all shuffled. They were dealt however they wanted to deal them. We're going to see what the value is of this last pile, what's on the bottom here. Looks like it is a queen. So, again, we could have had any value of cards, but we have a queen. What that means is we should have a red heart queen, or the queen of hearts. Are you ready, my friends? Are you sitting down? Because in here is indeed the Queen of Hearts. How amazing is that? Pretty cool, right? And again, it's super easy, totally self-working. All right, so I'm going to get into the explanation now. All right, so here is basically the setup. You have a deck of cards. I am using the 4 queens. You can use actually 4 of any kind, but I decided to use the 4 queens. And whatever is going to be your prediction, that's going to be the topmost cards. So I have the 4 queens actually on top of the deck. And the Queen of Hearts will ultimately be the one that I'm going to remember will be my prediction card, okay? And then, of course, you're going to need just a box. You can actually take it and have it in the box, take it out of the box, and you're set and ready to perform this trick. Now, one little thing I like to add is a little shuffle. All I do is to take about half the cards off the bottom, and I shuffle them on top. There's no holding a break or anything like that. All you're doing is you're making it so that the queens are going to be in the middle of the deck as opposed to on top of the deck. And then all you have to do is go through like you're looking for a prediction. But what I'm really doing as I'm going through, I'm going to get to where those queens are. Of course, I'm holding it this way so they can't see. But I'm getting it to where those queens are. I'm going to take the queen out, the Queen of Hearts out, and I'm going to put it face down like this. And then I'm going to take this stack, and I'm going to make sure this stack that has the 3 other queens goes on top of the other half of the deck. Basically, what I've done is I've kind of cut the deck in the process of taking out my prediction, the Queen of Hearts in this case. So what that means is I have the Queen of Hearts out, and I have now the other 3 queens back on top of the deck. I explained this is a mystery card, and I'm going to put it in the box, and we'll see what that is later. And then what I do is I invite someone to take about 1/3 of the deck, and they're going to put it over here. And when they do that, they're putting the pile that actually has the 3 queens on top. I then invite them to take this remaining stack, shuffle them, and that's what really makes this amazing, because they remember shuffling these. And then I tell them to take the next 1/3 or so, put it right here. Cut off about 1/3. They do that. Then I invite them to shuffle it some more, and then when they are happy shuffling them, they can actually put this pile over here. Then after they've shuffled, and for some reason psychologically they really remember shuffling, and they think they've shuffled all 3 piles. Then what you're going to do is you're going to pick up this pile that has the queens on top. You're going to put it on top of that pile, and then on top of that pile, and you're basically back to square one, where you still have the 3 queens on top of this deck, and still have your Queen of Hearts as your prediction over here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to give them the deck, or maybe you give a different volunteer deck, and you're going to invite them to start dealing into 3 piles. Now when they start, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to spread out the queens. There's going to be a queen on the bottom of the 3 piles that they start to deal. Now, after they've done the first three, the queens, you explain they don't have to go in order. They can go in any order they want. They can do 2 at a time, 3 at a time. It doesn't really matter. They don't even have to have the same amount of cards in it, and then they can stop whenever they want. So let's just say they stop right here. We get rid of the remaining stack of cards. You can neaten up the piles a little bit. And you explain that these 3 piles are going to actually help us figure out what card is in here. One of the piles is going to determine the color of the card. Another pile is going to determine the actual suit. And then the third pile is going to determine the value of the card. So you give them a free choice for the first one that's going to determine the color of the card. So let's say they pick this one over here. You pick this up and you say, we're going to kind of do the old, she loves me not. But instead, we're going to go red, black, red, black, red, black. Now this is a really cool force. I think it was originally taught by Aldo Colombini. I'm not sure. But the idea is whatever you start with is what you're going to end up with. So if you want to force the fact that it's going to be a red card, start with red, and you take that card and you put it on the bottom. So you go red, and then you go black, and you put that down on the table. Red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red. It's always going to be whatever the first one is. It's a force, but nobody knows that, and it's just such a clever force. So you've just gone red, black, red, black, red, black, red, and you say, okay, obviously it's red. All right. Now we're going to use these 2 piles next. We have to decide on which pile is going to be used to determine the suit of the card. So we know it's red, so it's either going to be hearts or diamonds. Which of these 2 piles do you want to use? Let's say they choose this one. Again, you always start off with whatever you know is in there. In this case, it's hearts. So I go hearts. diamonds, hearts, 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 diamonds, hearts. Okay, so we know now it's a red heart. Now the last pile is going to determine the value. And we're going to see what card happens to be on the bottom. That'll be the value of the card. Oh, it looks like it is a queen. Now here's a really cool moment. You pick up these piles and you say, listen, you really could have, they really could be any value card, but it happens to be a queen on the bottom of this pile. And again, you can remind them they shuffled the cards, they dealt the cards however they wanted to. So it looks like we have a red heart and now a queen. My friends, I hope you're sitting down because inside the card is indeed, boom, the Queen of Hearts. How crazy is that? I love that trick. Pretty cool, right? And again, makes you look psychotic. Psychic. I keep getting those words mixed up. It's not good. Well, anyway, if you enjoyed this trick, do hit like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel over there. There's probably a video or two you may want to click on to continue to learn some more magic tricks. But between now and then, go and be psychotically amazing. I mean, psychically amazing. I think we're going to have to redo this video.